Hello everyone and welcome back to A Couple Books. This is Couple as per usual. Today we're going to be doing a video that has kind of happened because of you guys. This is kind of your guys' fault. As you guys know, I am a massive lover of books. Hence why we're here, people. I know, big shocker, don't tell anybody. What does that also mean? It means that my TBR pile is constantly growing, and it also means I've developed a slight problem, and that is that I basically have too many books that I want to buy. So I'm going to tell you guys today my top 10 series that I really want to buy and want to read. And my hope is that you guys can tell me which one you guys think I should be picking up next. So be sure to watch, be sure to comment down below what you guys think I should be picking up next. These are 10 series that I've been keeping my eye on for a while, that I have found either through BookTube or through Reddit or through various other means, and I'm super excited to pick up each and every single one of them over the course of the years, but I need to know which one I'm going to pick up right now. So with your guys' help, we're going to answer that question. Let us get started with today's list. This is in no particular order, but the first book and the first series we're going to be going over is going to be The Laundry Files by Charles Stross. From how I understand, The Laundry Files is a slightly urban fantasy book. Basically, it follows this guy named Bob Howard. Bob Howard is a techie at a super secret, top secret, don't tell anyone I told you, okay? Okay, I need your promise. Pinky swear. Okay. Bob Howard is a super top secret techie at a super top secret government agency that deals with all of the super paranormal craziness. People who jump dimensions, gods, terrorists from other worlds, alien abductions, these types of things that we all know are happening, but the government won't tell us about. He works for the government. He works for the people that deal with that kind of stuff inside the government. But he is just a lowly techie who really is not out on the ground doing anything, but he for sure knows what's happening and he's involved. I don't know how, and that's why I want to read the series. I want to figure out how he's involved. I figure out what's going on. All I know is I love government conspiracy. I love the whole idea of government agency doing this kind of stuff, so I'm super looking forward to picking up this series. The next one I have for you guys is the Alex Verus series by Benedict Jacka. I've heard that this series is very popular with Justin fans and is a really good urban fantasy series. But what is it about? Basically, we follow this person named Alex. Alex runs this what? No, it's a store in London named the Arcana Emporium. And Alex sells real magic stuff, like not like wands, okay? Don't be silly, people, okay? This isn't Harry Potter. I'm still waiting my Hogwarts letter. No, this is like magic spell stuff, ingredients, potions, that kind of stuff, I'm presuming. And he runs his shop, and while he's not running his shop, he's also fighting against the darkness and just trying to stop evil from taking over the world. You know, like your typical standard good people, magic people stuff, you know? Like, yeah. So I'm super excited. I've heard this is really popular amongst Dresden fans. I love the whole idea of like a storefront trying to keep back, you know, fight against evil. Occasionally stops by the British Museum to investigate a super dark, mysterious object that just appeared. This kind of stuff sounds super fun to me. I'm super into it, and it's a series that I'm really looking forward to potentially picking up. My next one for you guys today is going to be the 6th World series by Rebecca Roanhorse. I think that's how you pronounce it. Roanhorse. Rebecca Roanhorse. You guys might be popular for more recent novel that will be on the screen right here. But this is the 6th World series, which the first book is The Trail of Lightning. This series basically follows Maggie. Maggie is a monster hunter and basically is supernaturally gifted, and she is super powerful, and she goes around and she kills monsters. From what I understand, this kind of takes place in a post-apocalyptic, you know what I mean, okay? That word, okay? The word's on the screen. Kind of times, and technology is deteriorating, monsters are appearing, and basically we have to follow our girl Maggie as she and a medicine man who she picks up along the way are going to go basically fight monsters. I hear that this is kind of got some supernatural, like the TV show elements in it, which I love that TV show so much.
I mean, come on, we hunt monsters. What the hell? I mean, normal people, they see a monster and they run, but not us. No. We search out things that want to kill us. Eh? Huh? Or eat us. You know who does that? Crazy people. We are insane.
And I love that there's some Native American folklore in here, and I have a lot of passion for this type of stuff. Monster hunting, monster killing, like, sign me up. And I'm really excited to see how she does it. I think there's only 2 books so far in the series, but it is a series I'm really looking forward to trying out soon. Okay, the next series I have for you guys is known as October Daye or Toby Daye series by Seanan and McGuire. This is a very popular fantasy author. I have a few of his books on my shelf, such as Middle Game, and I have been wanting to pick up this series. I hear it's a very, very popular series for urban fantasy lovers, and that is part of the reason I looked into it and saw it and wanted to pick it up. But from what I understand, in this book, we are following October Toby Daye. October Toby Daye is a changeling. What does that mean? They are basically born from Fae and human, and they have a choice to basically become a Fae or a human. I do believe that's how it works. A lot of my knowledge is based off the Dresden Files, so apologies, people, okay, if I got the lore messed up. Basically, she has a choice. She chooses to be human, and she basically goes on living her mundane life, stupid muggles, but she kind of gets dragged back into the Fae world when a super powerful Fae is murdered, and she kind of gets dragged back into the court politics and the turmoil that it has caused inside the Fae world, and now she is kind of thrown back into the world that she left far, far behind, and now she needs to deal with all of it. Alright, the next series I have for you guys is The Siege by K.J. Parker. I think this is going to be a high fantasy series. I'm not 100% sure. For what I know, it is basically about a siege that is happening on a city. I know. We're all of our minds are blown. Okay, buckle up, let's continue. And basically in the city, there is this guy named Oren. Oren's like a super brilliant engineer, and he basically is going to be tasked with preventing the city from like being taken by the siege, and he has to kind of protect the city as it is under siege. And it's gonna basically fall on this guy named Oren to save the world, or save the city at the very least. I don't know if the world's gonna be relevant in this situation, but at the very least the city's gonna have to save. And I don't really know much more about this book. I just think the premise is kind of cool about reading a story from inside the siege. Like, I often, in fantasy novels, you see cities going under siege, you hear about cities under siege, you see the end of a siege when the battle begins, but I've never really been inside of a city during a siege in a fantasy book, nor in real life. Thank God. So I'm really kind of interested to see the kind of perspective and how it can be. Also, from what I understand, the main character, the MC in the story, is going to be kind of a bad guy, which is kind of a fun take on it. And I'm kind of interested to see. Also, I absolutely love the cover design. What more do I need to say? Okay, moving on. All right, the next one is going to be the Eric Carter series by Stephen Blackmoore. This basically follows this guy named Eric Carter. Eric Carter is a necromancer. He can commune with the dead. He has all that kind of dark, icky magic about him, and he's pretty talented at what he does, from what I hear. And he's able to basically solve crimes because he's able to talk to the people that were murdered, which is kind of helpful in the scope of things. But he kind of left his career and fled, and from what I understand, and he never thought he would have to go back to LA, which is where I think he was doing most of his work, from what I understand, due to too many things that were happening and too many people trying to kill him. But then, unfortunately, he gets drawn back to LA when his sister is brutally murdered, which is really not a happy thing. And now he has to go back to LA to find out who murdered her, and he's going to have to probably use his necromancy powers, which I love a good necromancer. Like, I'm not going to lie, okay? Sounds like a solid time to me. Now that Eric Carter is back in town, he's going to make whoever killed his sister pay, and it's not going to be a good time for that person. I can promise you that. Even without reading the series, I can pretty much assure you that's going to be the case. Okay, the next series I have for you guys is the Magic X Libris series, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, by Jim C. Hines. I'm really attracted to the type of magic being used in this type of story. From what I've read, basically, we follow this guy named Isaac, who's a Libriomancer. Basically, he's part of this super secret organization, which was founded years ago by Johannes Gutenberg. And in this society, you basically have the ability to pull items from books, which just sounds like a super cool skill. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's like some Mortal Instruments, Mortal Cup kind of stuff. I don't know if it's like, I have no clue what to expect. I just know book magic, okay, sign me up, I'm down. But unfortunately, Gutenberg, the founder of the organization, disappears, and it's going to fall on Isaac to basically go fight vampires and all these kinds of monsters and basically save the founder of this organization at any cost. I'm just super obsessed with this type of magic system. It sounds very unique, it sounds very different, and that's part of the reason I want to pick it up. Next one is going to be the Felix Castor series by Carey. This series is about a freelance exorcist who's working in London. For a fee, he goes around exorcising demons. Sounds all good and dandy, doesn't it? Basically, Castor, the main character, goes into retirement after years of being this freelance exorcist, and he takes on a simple exorcism job and comes out of retirement for it. But when he does, he realizes that maybe the spirit that he's about to exorcise is a little too much for him, and that the entire supernatural world is up in upheaval, and he doesn't really know what's going on due to retirement. But he's about to be thrown back into the world whether he wanted to be or not. And it's going to pretty much take all of his skills to survive, as basically the entire supernatural world is going to turn on Castor and try and kill him. I don't know about you guys, but some demonic exorcism crap sounds like super fun. Sounds like a good time. Not that I want to be there or be part of it or have it happen to me, but it just sounds like a dandy time to read about. You know, you catch my fail. You catch my fail. Okay, good people. Moving on. The next one is the Sandman Slim series by Richard Kadrey. This is a supernatural series with a super excellent anti-hero from what I hear, and that is Sandman Slim. Sandman Slim was dead, and when I say dead, I mean a capital D, like he's in hell. And he is a assassin for many years in hell, but he gets resurrected. And now Sandman Slim, or I think as his name in the book is James Stark, is now brought back to life, and he's in LA because that's apparently where the devil and everyone goes when they get brought back to life or they leave hell. And now we are going to follow our main character Stark as he basically becomes a hitman in LA after being a hitman for years in hell. And there's going to be angelic, heaven, hell. All these forces are going to be pushing him down this road, but we don't know what road he's going to choose to go down, if any of them. I'm super excited. I like the whole hitman take on this. I also think it's very interesting of a hitman being a hitman in hell. I kind of want to, I'm hoping for some backstory on that. I'm hoping for some flashbacks into hell while he was down there doing his hitman things. So, sounds like a very interesting series. Sounds like a very interesting take. And I love a good anti-hero. Who doesn't? Like, please, let's be honest, people. Alright, the next series I want to read is the Devil Trilogy. The Deavabad? Deavabad. Deavabad. Is that how you pronounce it? Please tell me in the comment section down below. By S.A. Chakraborty. Chakraborty. It's on the screen. I apologize sincerely for mispronouncing and totally butchering that name. But this series has been really popular. I've seen it a lot on BookTube, and it seems like a very interesting series, and it's kind of enticed me, mostly because of its setting. From what I hear, it's in Cairo. We're following this girl named Nahiri, I do believe is how you pronounce her name. And Nahiri, I do believe, is a thief, or like one of those like people who like steal little items from people like on the streets. That kind of like a coin purse thief. I do believe that's what she is. She basically thinks of escaping the city of Cairo, and it's like, I don't really know what happens. I assume she escapes, and I assume it's not a good thing that she got out of Cairo. I don't really know. I just know there's talks of genies. I know there's talks of spirits. I know there's a lot of interesting things going on. There's hidden cities in this series. I don't really know much more other than we're following basically a cut purse, I think is what we're following here as she basically gets pulled into the supernatural world of Cairo. But it sounds interesting. I love the idea of Cairo. I love a book set in the Middle East. It seems like a fun time. I'm pretty sure I'm completely butchering the plot here since I don't know too much about it, but I know you guys have talked about it a lot and I've seen it recommended to me a lot. So, yeah. So that is the series, my top 10 anticipated series that I really want to read. Once again, they are the Laundry Files by Charles Stross. They are the Alex Verus series by Benedict Jacka. They are the 6th World series by Rebecca Roanhorse, the Devil-Bad Trilogy by S.A. Chakraborty. So sorry. The October Daye or Toby Daye series by Seanan McGuire. The Siege by K.J. Parker. The Eric Carter series by Stephen Blackmoore. And the Libriomancer series, or also known as the Magic X Libris series by Jim C. Hines. The Felix Castor series by Carey. And the Sandman Slim series by Richard Kadrey. I have absolutely no clue what series I should be picking up next, so I hope you guys got a brief synopsis of each of these series as best as I could give it without actually having read the books or knowing too much about them. Please check out the links down below to read more about them. Tell me which one I should be picking up next in my next Amazon haul. So, looking forward to talking to you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for your help. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to reading your comments on which book series I should be picking up next. See you guys next in the next video. Yeah, that was English couple. Okay, I'm just gonna go now before I embarrass myself too much more. Okay, bye.